Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, love 'em or leave 'em when your dates are going too well.
Also, the new weight loss trend that definitely could kill you.
All that and more on the way next. I didn't know it would be Burger King that made me realize what my breaking point is.
What's your breaking point?
8772 Radio U. Burger King made me realize that my breaking point is AI telling me what to do.
Oh, absolutely. Can't stand that.
Yeah, I didn't know, because there's been AI creep and there's, more and more things where AI is involved. And when it's helpful, like ChatGPT, yeah, I use ChatGPT.
Sure.
That can be a helpful tool.
Absolutely.
But that's me telling AI what to do.
Right.
It's my servant.
It's a tool to you.
Right. It's like a hammer.
Yeah.
But Burger King is implementing a new AI-powered system. They call her Patty.
Patty?
Patty is an AI system that monitors employees' interactions with customers to, and I hate this word in this context, optimize friendliness.
No.
By analyzing drive-through conversations.
Oh, boy.
And so suffice to say, you're a Burger King employee. You're going to have the headset on in the, taking drive-through orders. And Patty, the AI, is going to be listening to you. And I don't know if it's necessarily in the moment, but it's going to be giving you feedback at some point, being like, you didn't say please. You didn't say thank you. You didn't say you're welcome. It's going to be like you're 5 years old again.
Oh, my goodness.
But AI is your mom. I'm sorry. No. This is where I draw the line.
I think this actually would just make an employee more upset. 100%. It would make them not happy to say please and not happy to say thank you. Also, Chick-fil-A would never have to do this. So maybe Burger King changed the culture of your company instead of enforcing AI upon everybody.
Yeah. By the way, you are training employees to say please and thank you. How about you train them to stop cursing first?
Yeah, just train them to say that.
How about you treat them to just give me food?
Right. You don't need to give them an AI overlord to tell them what they should and shouldn't say. Mm-hmm. That's just ridiculous. Just train them and give them certain expectations. And if they don't follow that, you need to move on from that employee.
But do you see what they're doing?
What?
Not only is this my line, if this comes in, honestly, if RadioU did this, I'd be like, nope, I'm not listening. If the AI tells me to do it, I'm not listening.
Yeah.
But this is what Burger King is doing. They are infuriating their employees. They're going to make their employees that do work in the drive-thru and don't get paid enough to be coached by AI in the first place. They're going to make them so mad that they're like, I don't want to do it. If the AI's so good at it, knows its manners so well, why don't you let the AI do it? And then the AI is going to do it because they're going to have no other options. And then this is what the companies have been working towards. They've all been testing out the AI drive-thrus, which suck.
Yeah, not a fan.
But they're going to make it so that we really have no other options.
Yeah, I would much prefer having a dry interaction with a human than a fake interaction with AI, or an AI drive-thru that wants to give me, for some reason, an English muffin combo instead of what I actually asked for, which was, I want the potato wedges, Wendy's.
Please and thank you is a lot less important than just actually listening to what I said.
Yes, and actually putting the right thing that I ordered. So I much prefer just interacting with a real human, even if they forget to say please and thank you. Would I wish that they say it? Absolutely. But if they forget, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they have some other research that says otherwise, but think about the last 5 times you went through the drive-thru. Do you remember if the employee said please or thank you or anything?
I don't remember.
If it was Chick-fil-A, they said my pleasure. But other than that, you're like, what did the employees say? I don't know. If they gave you your food, you're fine.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I know I always say thank you, and I always am very polite. And usually that gets it back. You know what I mean? And so even though I understand the customer's always right, and you should expect those things from an employee, or somebody that works at a fast food place or whatever, I still am always going to be polite, even if I don't get that back.
Yeah, and this is not the only thing. I don't know what Burger King's honestly doing. They're making themselves in the news, but it's all for bad things.
Yeah, this is not good.
This is bad. They had the thing where you can text the president that you weren't actually talking to the president,
right.
Which, by the way, is like, hey, text and complain to our president because we know you have stuff to complain about. And then they're now saying they're changing the Whopper because people have been complaining so much about the Whopper, which is going to make people upset that already like the Whopper. And everybody else is like, yeah, the Whopper did, they're just turning the world against them.
They're going through like a midlife crisis. What is happening?
So I didn't know how my opinion of Burger King could get worse. But in the last week, they've done it. The first Buc-ee's in Ohio is about to open April 6th.
Let's go.
6 a.m., Huber Heights, 8772 Radio U. But Buc-ee's is already making its presence felt around what do you call Ohio?
The Buckeye State.
The Buckeye State. Good one.
Yeah.
Good one. The heart of it all. Is that what they say?
Yeah, the heart of it all.
Yeah. Buc-ee's is suing an Ohio gas station known as Mickey's. They're suing Mickey's because they claim that Mickey's logo is too similar to Buc-ee's logo, the iconic beaver, which I always thought was a flying squirrel, and still kind of do.
Buc-ee's is back to the same old grind, aren't they?
Yeah, so I was gonna make this a You Be the Judge, but in You Be the Judge, I feel like it should be something where there's actually a debate. The logo of Mickey's is a cartoon moose in a hexagon. It's not, there's no debate. I don't know how Buc-ee's even has the time to waste on suing this other gas station in Ohio.
In my opinion, there's no debate. But we've seen Buc-ee's do this time and time again with different gas stations that are a lot smaller. They have. There was one where they won in Florida and the logo was like an alligator. So it's like not even close to the same thing.
I don't like this how they can't be the only gas station in the world that has a cartoon animal in a shape.
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to do.
That's what they're trying to argue, and unfortunately, it's worked for them. That's why they keep doing this.
There's no way a reasonable person would confuse these two. They're different animals. It's different shapes. They're different colors.
Yes, I would hope that this is ruled in the favor of Mickey's because it's just ridiculous that Buc-ee's is coming into Ohio. They haven't even been here. They haven't even opened.
Yeah.
And they're coming after this gas station that doesn't even have a logo that's, it's not the same logo.
Yeah. I hope that I don't know if this is a judge or a jury or whoever does this, just throws this out.
I hope so too.
And makes Buc-ee's pay Mickey's, which I've never heard of. But Mickey shouldn't have to deal with this.
No.
They've just been minding their own business.
Yeah.
Just been serving customers in the northern Ohio area.
Yeah.
Probably, just making them sodas and gas.
Yeah, doing their own thing.
Yeah, doing their thing. They didn't ask for you to Buc-ee's to come on in to our state and start throwing your weight around.
Exactly. So, yeah, this is unfortunately something that Buc-ee's continues to do, and they've won. They've seen success. So, we'll see what happens, how it plays out.
They have 3 outstanding lawsuits right now against
I know they did the one against, there was a Texas gas station that had a dog, because we talked about that.
We've covered one or two where it's okay, I can see it.
Yeah.
I may not actually, if I was the judge, say, yeah, you're probably right, people would get confused, but I can kind of see where they're coming from. This is not close.
No.
Nobody
It's a
ever.
moose.
It's a different animal.
It's a moose.
In a different shape. Yeah. Buc-ee's is a circle. This is a hexagon. It just makes me annoyed. I want to like Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
I've had some good experiences there.
Yeah, they seem like a fun time.
They seem to pay their employees very well.
Yeah, but they just have to stop being a bully.
Imagine how much more they could pay them if they didn't waste their time in court with expensive lawyers.
Seriously.
Suing moose gas stations. We're getting close to the start of baseball season. Matter of fact, the World Baseball Classic is next week, right?
I know. I'm so excited.
8772 Radio U. But when the baseball season starts, it may have to start without one of the Yankees' biggest stars, Giancarlo Stanton.
I feel like he was injured a lot last year, right?
He's injured a lot every year.
Yeah, it feels like it.
But he has a pretty unique problem. But it sounds like oddly enough, it's actually not supposed to keep him out of game action.
Oh.
Well, listen to this. He is dealing with tennis elbow in both of his arms.
Tennis elbow.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
It's so terrible that, according to him, he cannot open a bag of chips or a bottle.
He can't?
He cannot. You give him a bag of chips, he's going to sit there not knowing what to do with it.
He's not allowed to, or he literally physically can't?
He's not able to.
Okay, he physically cannot do those things.
Yes.
Because of this unique injury.
Yep, exactly.
Weird.
And yet he's somehow going to...
swing a bat?
Yeah, he's supposed to... Aaron Boone is targeting the Yankees manager March 3rd for him to return to the lineup.
Okay.
So he's going to be able to swing a bat hard enough to hit a home run, but he can't open a bag of chips.
Yeah. Well, he's not playing for Team USA. He's kind of fallen off, so he's not good enough for Team USA. But he's still, he can play a little bit in spring training, probably take a bat or two a game or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So... yeah, that's wild, though, that you would think that because you can't open a bag of chips, you can't open a bottle of water, whatever, you would not be able to swing a bat.
I guess there are different ligaments and muscles and, areas of your body.
Is he just going to be DHing? Like, can he field anything?
Do you want Giancarlo Stanton in the field?
No.
Regardless?
No, I don't.
At any spot? I do because he's on the Yankees.
I was
so
gonna say, he's not on my team. He's not my problem. But I just mean, like, are they just going to have him swing? Like, is that all he can
definitely,
do? Yeah,
definitely.
Because I would imagine throwing the ball would also be pretty difficult.
Yeah. And keep in mind, he doesn't run particularly fast or throw. He was not a good fielder in the first place.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he worked on it. He was like, I hit home runs, and that's pretty much what I do. So I don't know. I obviously feel bad for anybody going through something like that. How are you supposed to eat chips?
I don't know. That'd be devastating for me. I literally have a bag of goldfish right with me now.
I know.
How would I open this if I had this injury?
Yeah,
I would have to have you do it. You got to depend on your friends in this scenario.
He's got to get Aaron Judge to open all of his chip bags for him. He's the designated chip bag opener.
Yes,
and
somebody's gonna have to start charging him. Like, if you want me to open those bag of chips, you owe me $100. We know you got it, Stanton. We know you got that money.
You made that money. So you don't wish not being able to open bags on your worst enemy, but. It is the Yankees. So what I really would like is for him to, I hope he can be out there and play and lose.
Oh.
I just hope he can be healthy enough to lose. Get your popcorn ready. It's our Friday tradition, the weekend watch list, looking at new movies you could be watching in theaters or at home this weekend. A tough weekend for new movies, I'm going to say.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now, obviously... there's the 21 Pilots concert film, More Than We Ever Imagined.
Yes, a lot of people excited about that.
So that's out in theaters. But it's a movie, it's in theaters, but it's also, not a movie, right?
Yeah, it's a documentary, I think.
Yeah, it's like a concert film. Also out this weekend is Epic, the Elvis Presley in concert.
Oh.
So a couple concert films, but other than that, there's really only one, movie that's out in theaters this week.
Okay.
Scream 7.
Oh, yes.
When a new ghost-faced killer emerges in the quiet town where Sydney has built a new life, her darkest fears are realized as her daughter becomes the next target. Determined to protect her family, she must face the horrors of her past to put an end to the bloodshed once and for all.
We're returning to Scream.
Scream 7 is now in theaters. It has a 38% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, straight to the heart.
So is this the last one?
I have no idea. I think if you would have asked...
the description makes it sound like it.
Right. If you would have asked me that after the third one, I may have said yes.
Yeah.
But then they ended up coming back in the 2010s and then again in the 20-teens. It's time and time again they prove to be back again.
All it takes to make another Scream movie is for someone else to put on that mask.
Yep.
Start wielding knives.
And that's exactly what the plot is every single time.
Brian Tallarico of RogerEbert.com says, every aspect of Scream 7 feels rushed and shallow. It's visually atrocious, suffering from the low lighting choice that affects so many modern movies, and it's cut together with halting, stilted rhythms.
Oh, that's so annoying that it's filmed like that. I do not like when it's super low light, especially because the first Scream movies that Wes Craven made, they're not like that at all. Everything is within view. You can see it all. Some of it's in broad daylight that it's happening. So I still love the Scream franchise. I still love the OG movies, but I really don't think I'll see this in theaters.
Yeah. Well, that's about it for theaters. There are a few movies that are out on streaming this week, interestingly.
Okay.
Including In the Blink of an Eye, starring Kate McKinnon and Rashida Jones. 3 intersecting storylines spanning thousands of years explore the nature of life, love, hope, and connection.
Thousands of years?
Yeah.
What in the world is this film?
It's a sci-fi drama. And it is now on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Okay.
It has a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
17?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Adrian Horton of The Guardian says, too limp, uninspired, and barren to conjure any of the requisite wonder for the persistence of life, the equivalent to watching paint dry on the cave wall.
Oh, no.
Brutal from Adrian Horton.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, this was like a couple of big names involved, and it was directed by Andrew Stanton, who's done like some of the biggest Pixar stuff of all time. And then he's churning this out, which...
Big flop, sounds like.
Big flop. No wonder it went straight to streaming, I guess. Finally, The Bluff is out this weekend, starring Priyanka Chopra Jonas and Carl Urban. A Caribbean woman gets her secret past revealed when her island is invaded by vicious buccaneers. The Bluff is now on Prime Video. It has a 69% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow, that sounds impressive after the movies we've talked about today.
Yeah, seriously, in comparison.
Yeah.
Caroline Seed of AV Club says The Bluff is a rollicking good time, despite the fact, or maybe because of the fact, that the line between thrilling and ridiculous has never felt more razor thin than it does here.
Honestly, I saw the trailer for this movie and thought the exact same thing. Like, this would never happen, but okay.
It looks ridiculous, but maybe it could be fun.
Could be a fun time.
Every movie doesn't have to be realistic.
Yeah, suspend belief. You disbelief for a second.
Apparently, also out this weekend is the return of Scrubs on Hulu.
Oh, that's back?
Yes, it is. I knew it was coming. I didn't know it was coming now.
I don't know if I knew that.
The Monarch Legacy of Monsters, which is the Godzilla show.
There's a show.
Yeah, that has Wyatt and Kurt Russell in it.
Okay.
At least the first season did, which I kind of thought was on Apple TV, but apparently the new season's on Hulu.
Oh.
As well. So big weekend for Hulu. And that's about it, actually. Also, this weekend, big for awards. What used to be known as the SAG Awards, Screen Actors Guild, is now they just call it the Actor Awards. It's on Netflix on Sunday
They're
night.
just calling it the Actor Awards
That's
now?
what they are calling it. It's still the Screen Actors Guild. So
come on,
they just think
SAG.
people are too stupid to know what that means.
Oh, stop. We all remember when you guys were on strike.
That is the weekend watch list. Let us know what you'll be watching this weekend at 877-2-RADIO-U, and we'll see you at the movies.
Sometimes you hear Hudson and I on here, and we'll talk about Jesus. We'll talk about our relationships with him, and we'll talk about how he changes people's lives. And one thing we always mentioned is, you can go to RadioU.com/free gift. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of talk about what exactly that free gift is. Because some people might be like, what do you mean free gift? I go up here and I click a little button and I get a free gift delivered to me? Like, how does this all work?
That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be cool. But the free gift that we're actually referring to is this free gift of grace. And the kind of ironic part, Hudson, about this free gift is it's not ultimately free. And I think we all know that. If you're going to purchase or give a gift to somebody, you have to pay for it at the store. It's not something that's free. Maybe you made it, but you gotta pay for the materials of whatever you made.
Right.
And so things cost something. And that's the same thing with God's grace, is it does have a very costly cost. It doesn't actually come free in the sense that it's given to us for free, but Jesus died on the cross to give us that grace. So that grace, that free gift, it cost a life to give us a life, a better life, an opportunity to live free. And it's so cool to think about that concept of something that's given to us completely free, but yet in an ironic and kind of almost like an oxymoron way, it's actually a very costly free gift.
Yeah, free for us, but it cost God everything. But then you also think, the return on the investment for him pretty good because Jesus died, but think about all the lives that he got to save by doing that. So actually pretty amazing. And hopefully yours can be one of those lives. Like, that's actually up to you. God is reaching out saying, I'm here giving you this free gift. I died for you, specifically for you. There's so many other people, but specifically for you. Even if it was just for you, God would have done it.
Yeah.
That's what's actually amazing. And so if you're ready to accept that, that's there for you today, and all you need to do is ask.
Yeah, it's a testament of his love for us. Every time I see the cross, I try to remind myself and think of that, how striking that image is, that I get to live a better life. I get to have eternal life because Jesus died for me on that cross. That's for everyone. That's for you. That's for me. That's for everyone that you know. That free gift is available. So when we say RadioU.com/free gift to head over there to learn more about this guy named Jesus and what he did for you, that's the free gift we're talking about. It's free gift of grace, free gift of salvation for everyone.
Start there and definitely check out RadioU.com/free gift. The Tampa International Airport is trying to become the first airport in the world to ban Crocs and pajamas. 8772 Radio U. They put out a statement on their social media earlier this week. It starts by saying, "We've seen enough. We've had enough. After successfully banning Crocs and giving everyone the amazing opportunity to experience the world's first Crocs-free airport, it's time to take on an even larger crisis. Pajamas at the airport in the middle of the day." This is the Tampa International Airport talking. They say, "We know this decision could be disruptive to someone in your life. It's time to have a difficult conversation with them. The madness stops today. The movement starts now. Help Tampa International Airport become the world's first Crocs-free and pajama-free airport. Do your part. Say no to pajamas at TPA."
Wow.
Yeah. Obviously, it's a joke.
Yes.
You're still technically allowed to wear whatever you want. But while they aren't officially banning it, I still don't like the implications of what they're saying.
Yeah, I know that we live in a free country, so this would never fly. But personally, I would never choose to wear Crocs in any circumstance, especially at the airport. But ever, I don't want to even be seen dead wearing those things. I just don't particularly like how they look. They seem to be comfortable, though, and I think that's why a lot of people wear them. Pajamas, I wouldn't choose to wear pajamas at the airport, but I do understand wanting to be comfy at the airport.
Yeah.
So I don't, obviously this is a joke, but I don't see why you need to ban something like that.
Yeah, this is when I feel my most American. When someone wants to tell me, whether officially or unofficially, that I can't do something. I'm sorry, this is a free country. I can wear whatever I want to the airport, especially if I'm not harming anybody.
Yeah.
This is what I don't understand, why there's this war on Crocs and pajamas and just being comfortable at the airport. What is it? What am I harming you if I decide to wear, if I decide to do jammy time at the airport? How am I harming anybody?
You're not. I'm not bothered by it at all. Again, it's not something I would choose to do, but that's why we have personal freedom. You can choose what you want to do within reason, but you can choose what you want to do, and it's okay. You don't need to be upset when somebody else decides to do something different from your own personal choices.
And I don't know why the airport particularly is the place where we don't want pajamas and Crocs, because at the airport, the more layers you have, the nicer you're dressed, the more hassle it is to go through TSA, and the more likely you are to get hot and sweaty, which also sets off the TSA body scanners. I've been through this.
Yeah.
So I just don't know why. I don't know who started this movement.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where the Tampa International Airport thinks it's funny to joke about banning pajamas. But it's not funny. Let us wear what we want.
I think.
What's the punchline? What's the joke?
I think they're pointing out how ridiculous it is that some people actually do want this stuff to be banned. So I think the joke is funny, but I don't think you have to worry about that actually ever happening.
I think we should ban suits at the airport. Nobody should wear ties. It bothers me when somebody else wears a tie. Can we not?
Yeah, see, that's how ridiculous it is.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't, there's no way you can limit American freedom that way.
Let's stop with the pajama talk and When you say things like this, it makes me want to specifically fly to the Tampa airport in pajamas.
Yeah. A lot of people probably will show up in pajamas and Crocs.
They should. Love them or leave them on Radio U. Send in your advice for this situation at 8772-RADIO-U or using the talkback button in the Radio U app. We have a guy who says, I'm noticing a pattern and it's making me cringe at myself.
Okay.
But I don't know how to fix it. When I go on a date with someone I actually like, I slip into this mode where I'm basically hosting a show. I ask good questions, keep the conversation moving, make jokes, do the polite eye contact. I'm attentive, all the stuff. And the date usually goes well on paper. But after, I feel weirdly empty, like I wasn't there, like I was playing the role of fun person to date instead of just being a person. Then I get home and realize I never said anything real about me or I avoided anything that could be slightly awkward. I don't lie. I just keep it surface level and smooth. And then I'm surprised when the connection doesn't deepen, even if we keep seeing each other. I think this started because I used to be anxious, and the way I coped was over-preparing, like I'd plan topics in my head, read advice threads, watch how to flirt videos, all that.
Oh, no.
We've gone from one extreme to the other. Now it's automatic. I can feel myself doing it in the moment, and I still can't stop. It's like I'm scared. If there's a quiet pause or if I admit I'm nervous, they'll think the date is bad. How do I switch from doing dating correctly to actually letting someone get to know me? What's a small thing I can try on the next date that won't feel like I'm jumping off a cliff?
Oh, we got to help this guy out.
Yeah, seriously. 8772-RADIO-U, or you can use the talkback button in the Radio U app. This one was a thinker for me.
Okay.
Because it's almost opposite of what everybody wants on a, especially guys on a date. It's like they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
This guy knows too much what to do.
Yeah, he's too in his head about the perfection of it all.
Yeah. 8772-RADIO-U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. Let us know your advice for this Love 'em or Leave 'em. We'll see what people are saying. We are doing Love 'em or Leave 'em, where we have a guy who says basically he performs on every date. It's almost like he becomes a character because he's so rehearsed in, the topics in his head and making sure there's no awkward silence. And it seems to go well technically, but then once it's actually over, he's like, I feel like I felt nothing the whole time. How does he get out of this? 8772-RADIO-U or use the talkback button in the Radio U app.
Yeah, we heard from Tim this morning. He says, for my wife and I, we just started out as friends. So just talk to them like you would anyone else when you're starting to become friends with them. Don't listen to the alpha males on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
What they're talking about is actually pretty destructive. Just treat the women with respect and keep the conversation light. Don't focus on having a perfect date. Focus on having a memorable date.
I want to go back to where Tim started, which is the first thing that popped into my head. If I had to guess, and we don't know, this sounds like a guy that's meeting people on dating apps.
Yeah.
That you are starting from zero, which is much harder.
It is.
In person. Now, of course, it still works out. I met my wife on a dating app, but it makes the pressure of that first date all that much more versus somebody that you already know, that you have some familiarity with in person. And so it feels like there's way less pressure.
Yeah.
Once you actually get to the point of hey, we're going on a date. So one of the top things I would say is you don't have to abandon the dating apps, but you might be better off looking in person for people, people in your life that might be worth dating.
Yeah. We also heard from Ivy. She says, I think it's good to have a conversation with energy, but it's also important for dating to not be performative or feel performative. If it doesn't feel like a ball being passed back and forth, then it may just be a dud. Be comfortable also in some silence. I know we've talked about this before with first dates. It's okay for some silent moments to happen because you should expect that things are a little bit awkward when you first meet one another.
Yeah.
Don't expect for it to be perfect.
Yeah, particularly, again, if it's a dating app and you've never seen this person in person before. They've never heard your voice,
any first date, whether you met them on an app or not, it's like there's going to be some awkward moments. So that's okay. Don't feel like that ruins the date. And I think the number one thing is you already know, because you said this in your email to us, that this is inhibiting you from actually getting to know this person genuinely because you're putting on a performance. You feel nothing at the end of it. You feel just probably drained.
Because you're focusing so much on yourself that you don't, not actually revealing yourself, but you're just so focused on...
You're so focused on making sure that the date goes well and that the conversation flows, that you're not actually letting yourself be yourself.
Right.
You know? And so that's the most important thing about potentially laying the foundations of a relationship is you have to be real and in the moment with them and not thinking, oh, what's my next question going to be? Like an interviewer, you know?
That's that. And he kind of mentioned that he feels like he's hosting a show.
Yeah.
Just try not to interview. I feel like we might be able to just end it here because Maddie says, telling them you're nervous is a good start. And the good ones will relax a little and help you feel comfortable. And they're probably nervous too, by the way.
They are, yeah.
Every time you are vulnerable, you get to see the reaction you either want or don't want in someone. And that helps you find the person you actually want to date too. So it helps you finding what you want and it helps them seeing who you are quicker.
Yeah. And also just saying that you're like a little bit nervous, that's like the right amount of vulnerable on a first date. Because sometimes people go a little too much.
You don't need the trauma dump or anything.
But like that type of little bit of vulnerableness and like letting your walls down just a little bit, that's the perfect amount on a first date. Believe me, it's endearing and it'll go well if you just be honest and upfront.
Yeah. And that's kind of an icebreaker too, isn't it?
Right.
If you ever have a love 'em or leave 'em situation you need help with, email mornings@radiou.com. We finally have an end to the drama between Netflix and Warner Brothers and Paramount.
Oh, we do?
Kind of. 8772 Radio U. Of course, Warner Brothers has been basically up for sale. They own HBO Max and all the properties associated with that. Well, Netflix and Paramount have both been trying to outbid each other for the acquisition of Warner Brothers, but Netflix has just bowed out.
Oh.
Yeah, so meaning that HBO Max, Warner Brothers Discovery is now all Paramount's as long as they still choose to want it. And also this deal gets approved by the various places that need to approve it. Apparently, Paramount Skydance has offered $31 per share in cash for the entirety of Warner Brothers Discovery.
In cash?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I'm like, that sounds like, how can anybody afford that?
Yeah.
But that's what they've offered. Netflix said that offer is too rich for their blood.
Yeah, I was going to say, Netflix definitely doesn't have that, the cash liquid, they don't have the liquid cash.
Yeah. Netflix's co-CEOs in a statement literally said the deal is, quote, no longer financially attractive. And they also, they kind of left it with a burn on the way out.
What'd they say?
They said that for Warner Brothers Discovery, it was a nice to have rather than an essential acquisition.
Oh, really? A nice to have?
Yeah.
Warner Brothers owns like a large majority percentage of all of media, Netflix. So I think it would have been more than just nice to have them.
A lot of valuable intellectual properties that Netflix could have put to probably bad use.
That's fair.
If they were able to take over, but instead they just simply can't afford it. And so Paramount, Skydance, and Warner Brothers Discovery will likely, but not definitely, be co-joining at some point in the future.
I gotta say, I'm a little bit shocked to just learn. I don't really know the business of Hollywood very well, but just the idea that Paramount has this amount of money on hand to be able to pay in cash for Warner Brothers like this, $31 per share, is just blowing my mind a little bit.
It is actually unbelievable.
I'm like, how does Paramount have this much money?
Yeah.
Where'd they get it from?
And also, was like Warner Brothers really down bad?
I don't know.
To even be in this position in the first place?
Warner Brothers has been through so many acquisitions lately, I've lost track.
Yeah. Well, both Paramount and Warner Brothers have both gone through major mergers. Yeah. Because Paramount just had the Skydance thing, and Warner Brothers and Discovery recently merged a few years ago. So, I don't know. The business always is just kind of moving and shaking. But at the same time, like, I feel like, of course, there's some possibility that this is close enough to a monopoly that it won't be approved by whatever the FTC or whatever it is.
I always think that, and then it's like it's always approved somehow.
But also, like, if you think back to Hollywood, like, it's actually always kind of been like 3 or 4 major companies.
Pretty much.
And then, like, now just Netflix is kind of, you know what I mean? Like, they just kind of, new ones will pop up. But
I was thinking about this the other day because I remember watching like old movies and TV shows that my parents watched when they were growing up. I would always comment about like, oh, we see this person in this show over here and this show over here, because when you were an actor at that time, you belonged to the studio.
Yeah, exactly.
So you did all of the things that they asked you to do, basically. Yep. And I feel like we're seeing that a lot more with like a Netflix. You know, you're seeing the same actress in the same stuff, just like she's in all of these different Netflix properties.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it feels kind of insane, and it feels like it's gonna harm us, but I feel like it's kind of also just the way that it's always been.
Yeah.
For better or for worse. But in China, there is a bizarre new weight loss trend going around that has people eating cling wrap to lose weight.
What?
8772 Radio U. And first thing I thought is that even safe?
Yeah, is it?
It feels like you would definitely choke on that.
Yeah, it definitely feels like suffocating would happen.
Here's the hack. You don't swallow it.
Oh.
So what these are certain people on social media in China have filmed themselves doing this as their like weight loss routine. They put like cling wrap over their mouths. There's different like variations of it. To me, I feel like the perfect thing for this actually would be like a dog bag, because it's like the right thickness.
Okay.
Because what you do then is like you put it over your mouth, then you use your chopsticks or your fork or whatever to put the food in, and so like it, stays enclosed in the cling wrap in your mouth.
Yeah.
Then you chew for a while, blah blah blah, and then you pull the bag out with all the chewed up food inside, and then discard. Therefore, you've gotten the eating experience, possibly tricking your brain into thinking that you're full, that you've eaten without actually ingesting any calories.
Okay.
Therefore, losing weight.
I don't know how well you can chew up food with like cling wrap there.
You watch these videos. They figured out a way.
They figured out a way?
Yeah, your teeth are pretty powerful. I don't know if you know.
No, but I mean just that's safe, because I feel like you could easily like suck it in by accident.
You're holding the bag.
I'd still be worried that you just like, because your mouth's all sticky and wet in there. I'd be worried something could happen and you're just suddenly choking on cling wrap.
Well, that is one concern that that could make this dangerous and not a good trend. Another one is basically that it's not all that different from like anorexia or bulimia. Like it's coming to the line of I guess maybe to your body technically less harmful, because of the other things your body has to go through in those situations.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's not all that different from anorexia, it feels like to me.
Yeah,
you're on borderline eating disorder with this.
Exactly.
Practice.
If you have to trick your brain to think that you're eating because like your whole eating system is messed up somehow, which could, in other words, be called a disorder, then you should worry about fixing that and not like, how can I find a way to eat without eating?
Yeah.
Like that's not healthy to think in those parameters.
And furthermore, these people that are in these videos, not a single one of them is fat. Yeah. They're not overweight at all. I guess maybe you can't argue with results. But I know, obviously, health effects aside, I just already can tell this wouldn't work for me.
Yeah.
Because I do chew food and eat it and swallow it, and I still don't feel full.
Yeah.
So if I can't taste it or, swallow it, then I'm definitely not going to feel full. It's not going to work for me.
It's not going to trick your brain.
Yeah. My brain knows. It's like, we need more Cheetos.
Yeah, this is not working.
There's never enough Cheetos and corn dogs to make my brain happy. On the menu today is the Korean K-pop Demon Hunters Shrimp Crackers by Nongshim. It says, lovely life, lovely food. I've never had shrimp crackers before.
Yeah, there's a very strong fish smell as soon as we opened it.
It does smell of cat food.
It's very, very fishy. So I think it indeed is shrimp flavored. Because at first you were like, is it just called shrimp crackers because it's shaped like shrimp?
They kind of look shrimpy.
Yeah, it's both shaped like shrimp and it is flavored like shrimp.
All right, who's going first?
I guess I'll take one.
Okay, take one for the team. Wow, I almost didn't need the sound effect.
Yeah, it's very
There was
crunchy.
so much crunch.
The smell is much stronger than the flavor.
Okay, so bland.
Yeah. Not bland, but just, yeah, it's a little bit bland.
Huh. It's almost like, no, I guess this makes sense. It's almost like a cereal.
Yeah.
Or like, it kind of tastes like a really bland snack you would give a baby.
Yeah, almost. Almost like one of those little puffs you'd give them.
But I kind of like it, actually.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, it's kind of weirdly good.
The smell is like super strong and not something I would enjoy smelling all the time.
Yeah.
But the snack itself is pretty good.
I kind of want more.
Take another bite.
Yeah.
Take a little second go at it.
It feels like they could be aided by some kind of sauce.
Yes.
Don't you think? Like dipping in something?
I agree entirely. But I do think this makes a lot of sense with like a fun snack to eat because in the movie, they're always snacking.
Yeah.
They love to eat.
They love to eat ramen.
They love to eat ramen, but like anything. You know, they're like couch, and they got all those snacks.
Yeah.
So I think they love the snacks.
They, demon hunting and being a pop star.
Takes a lot of calories out of you.
Takes a lot out of you, yeah. So now, neither of us have had shrimp crackers before, so we can't compare these to any other shrimp crackers. But as far as the Kpop Demon Hunter style goes, I actually think it shockingly gets like much more of a thumbs up than I really was expecting at all.
I agree. I did not have much expectation going in, but I'm excited to say they were a pretty good hit.
It's like 4 out of 5 Han Moons.
Yes, I was just thinking that. Did we just save the Han Moon with these Kpop Demon Hunter shrimp crackers?
I'm noticing the little detail, the hat on whatever this is.
Yes, on the Korean, it's the Korean lettering for shrimp crackers. It has the little hat that the little bird wears on top of it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks like a pilgrim hat, but for the Korean style.
Well, it's like that is a traditional Korean hat.
Yeah. Good. Nice job. Nice job. Now I have a new snack I can be adventurous with. The shrimp crackers. You turned me on to something. This is what Food Fight World Tour is all about.
I was gonna say this is finding new snacks, and also so far we've done 2 Food Fight World Tours, one for Korea, one for England, and they have both been a success.
Yeah. We got to do more of this. Dunkin' is taking a local small business coffee trend and making it bigger than ever. 8772 Radio U. This has now been spotted in the wild in New England, of course, because it's Dunkin', where you can get beverage buckets.
A beverage bucket?
Yeah. Do you remember talking about this? It was you and me and Sparkle. We talked about this.
I think I do.
Yeah, the coffee shops are selling like iced coffee in little buckets.
Yeah.
They had like a carrying handle on them.
Yeah.
But those were probably like, 32 ounces maybe?
Yeah, they weren't very big. They were like little tiny mini buckets.
Yeah, it was more just the style than the size of them. They were larger, but not like insane.
Yeah.
These Dunkin' beverage buckets that you can get iced coffee or iced tea in, like they're refreshers too, they're 48 ounces.
Whoa.
That is an actually insane amount of anything to drink.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, in a large McDonald's drink, how many ounces are in that? 32.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's even way more than what's in a large. And I always think the McDonald's large drink is like the largest one.
Yeah.
But I guess what's in the big gulp? Because I feel like that's probably the biggest that most people think of first.
You know what? I think at some gas stations, you can go into their fountain and get like a 48 ounce cup.
Big Gulp also says 32.
Really?
Yeah.
So typically 32 is like where things cap out.
Yeah.
But
although it does say there's gulp variants. Super big gulp, which can go up to 44, and a double gulp, which can go up to 64.
There you go. See?
Whoa.
Okay, so let's not get all mad at Dunkin'. I'm frustrated with Dunkin' for doing this, or maybe possibly frustrated and confused. That's the right word. I'm confused by the people that would buy this.
Yeah.
For 2 reasons. One, it's Dunkin' coffee, which is not very good. But 2, and more importantly, this is not going to fit in your cup holder in your car.
No, it's way too wide.
Where are you going to keep this?
Yeah.
Like that lid better be secure.
It better.
It needs to be buckled in when you're driving. It's gonna set off the sensor next to you. I just feel like that. And I remember saying this when we were talking even about the smaller versions, is if you get iced coffee in a 48-ounce bucket, all the ice is going to melt before you've gotten near finishing it.
Yeah, no shot is it going to taste good after a little bit.
Yeah. I also feel like this is interesting timing because there was just an episode of My Strange Addiction that I watched on HBO Max.
Yeah.
It was about a woman that literally was drinking 100 cups of coffee a day.
Oh my gosh. How is she alive?
Yeah. But you know what? She was doing actually fine. Apparently she had like diarrhea and high blood pressure, but that was it. So
that's it?
With 100 cups. So
just a little bit of high blood pressure?
Yeah.
Like you would think that would give somebody a heart attack.
I guess so. To me, that was inspirational. It's like, all right, I've got a long way to go before it's a problem.
I guess
48 ounces is nothing.
Yeah. I guess caffeine's one of those things that your body does get used to. So your tolerance goes up.
Uh-huh.
But that's wild.
Yeah.
I don't want my tolerance to be that good. Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.